Not today, pal. Not today.
Okay, Jamie, my question for you is let's call it a game show, whatever it is. You find out that it's you against two other people. The prize is $1 million. Let's say
For me? Or charity?
Well, no, it's for you. Yeah, of course, for you. Now, you reach into a hat, let's say, and there's three amounts in there. So it could say $1 million, 0, 0, or what would you want the amount to be? So if it's a total random, would you rather a 1 in 3 chance of picking $1 million, or would you rather it be like everybody let's all just take 333,000 and walk away, or would you rather like let's have one person get 800,000 and then the other two could just get 100,000? What would you want it to be?
Why do I have to decide this?
Because we do a podcast, and I come up with stupid questions, and you come up with answers.
Well, okay. So the gamer in me wants it to be. I would do 800, 100, 100.
801. So you're okay with possibly losing 900?
Yes, because for the thrill of the game, of playing a game.
Would you want to pick first? Because
Yes.
I think so. By the way, people, those who
Yes.
don't know, a little special. We have
Was
Tanner.
that like a Handmaid's Tale sound? It made me feel...
We have Tanner in the booth today. He's going to be doing sound bites for the show, and you'll know if it goes good or not because if he's here next week, that means it went really well. And if he's not doing it next week, it didn't go well. But we're going to see how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah. So we don't know. And by the way, we have no idea what's coming.
I'd want to pick first.
You'd want to pick first. All right,
because obviously if I pick last, I know what I'm getting, and probably second, I want to pick first.
What's the number where it starts to go, I don't want it to be winner take all? Like, let's say it's $500 in there. It's like, let's just one person win 500 and forget about it. Like, I don't want to do 100, 100, 300.
10,000.
So once it gets to 10,000, you're like, let's start divvying this up. Because to me, if it's $1 million, I'm going 333 each, hug it out, walk away.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm conservative when you're talking a fucking $333,000. But if we're talking like
a game,
if we're talking 10 grand though, I could see like, fuck it, let's just spin it. But when it comes to like 333,000 is like, it's pretty life changing. Yeah, that's a lot of money. So I don't know. Listen, because I'm a gambler, I've had the feeling of losing money before, and I know what it's like. And I think the potential of me losing whatever that is, $233,000, it would be a tough night. A tough night of sleep.
I know. Again, I'm coming from a place of like the exciting thrill playing a game. Like not just like, sure, let's like, me. Normally if I would be like, sure, let's all split the money. Of course. But you're asking like gamer Jamie. That's my opinion.
Wow. That's anybody back there going, give me $1 million and fuck everybody else? Like
the amount of numbers that you put into that question just kind of confused my brain. I don't know. I don't even understand the question.
That's valid.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, let's say you were doing a game show.
Yeah.
There was $1 million was the grand prize. Would you want to go one person wins $1 million, the other two get nothing? Or how would you want to divvy up the prize?
Well, so there's
$1
3
million?
pieces of paper in a hat. You could have it say $1 million and then 0 and 0. You could have it say 800,000, 100,000, 100,000.
333,000 each. What would you want?
I mean, if it's even, then there's no game.
Right.
But there
exactly. That's my concept.
But there doesn't have. You could say, you know what? I don't want to play a game. Let's all walk away with 333,000.
I mean, yeah, guaranteed 333 is way better than losing 800 or whatever the fuck. Like, yeah,
right.
I'll take the guarantee. The guarantee is always. If you're a gambler, you know to take guaranteed money. That's always going to be better.
That's a very interesting way to put it. The more you gamble, the more you take the guarantee.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anybody else? Anybody back there going, let's go for the milli?
No.
Everybody's just splitting it? Yeah, that's the move. Yeah, it's listen, some crazy people. I would like to know Cutter's answer.
Yeah,
I wonder
that
what
would
Cutter's
be
answer would
interesting.
be.
That would say a lot about him.
Yeah. Let me see. This is already.
He's getting his teeth cleaned. Otherwise, I'd call and ask him.
Oh yeah. Oh, he has his new dentist.
Yes.
He's very excited about that.
Yes.
He's like, you got to see this. You got to go. You got to go here. I'm like, all right, bro. Take it easy. So we asked the audience to send in the most annoying habits about people they live with.
Okay.
We got a bunch.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you guys. I wish there needs to be a place. If you could call in voicemail 512-387-1880 or nottodaypalpodcast@gmail.com. Let us know more of these because this is my favorite thing in the world. What you find annoying about people you are forced to spend time with. So this person, Sid, says, my boyfriend twitches so hard in his sleep at night and it scares the shit out of me.
There's nothing you can do about it.
That's why some people sleep in separate beds.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they get like shit talk behind their back, but I kind of think it's nice.
I told you, my parents have been in separate bedrooms for over 20 years.
And it works.
Yeah. Separate floors of their house.
So when they come stay at your house and they have to sleep in the same bed, is it like tough for them?
They complain about it the whole time.
Really?
Yes.
What do they say?
Oh, Dad got up to pee like 8 times and, because they're older.
You think your mom is Sid? You think she sent this in? All right. Heather says leaving cabinets open. Like somebody in the kitchen will just leave all the cabinets open when they're looking for something and not close it.
That's just ADD.
Yeah, that is. Well, or it's ADD or it's just you're careless. Like you're not thoughtful.
It's just such a complete thing to like take it out of the cabinet and close it. Like leaving cabinets open, that's
what you have
crazy.
Is really nice. Where your cups are, you don't even have to do that. Your cups are just out there.
We have ones that you can like slide the doors into the wall. Like, there's like pocket doors, I think they're called. So we leave it open all the time for,
I didn't
easy
know
access.
that. I thought it was just open.
Oh,
okay.
yeah, no.
That makes sense.
I'll show you next time.
What this person says, using 10 different cups a day. Like somebody will
Very annoying. Cutter has half drunken mason jars all over the house.
Really?
Yes, I hate it.
Wow. See, even when I'm home, I use 1 cup. You only have 1 cup. Yeah, I have 2. One's always in the dishwasher. The other one I'm using.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I roll.
Yeah.
And then I have smaller ones, but those are for like cooking and stuff. I had a coworker. Yeah. See. Oh no, this isn't the one. There's one that really I could tell bothers me, and I wonder if it's going to bother you. I had a coworker who would have bananas very often. This is BFC. Would stand at the desk showing me things, chewing the banana. I could hear her chewing the banana so clearly. To this day, I have to have a TV on when I eat bananas because I hate the sound so much.
Yes, it's a very slobbery, slippery, slimy, no. Don't like to listen to somebody eat a banana. Agree.
Yeah, I think there are things when you're a man that you don't have to deal with that there's just like so few women who are like chewing like a slob, where I think dudes, it's like
it's just hard. This is just the sound your mouth makes when you chew a banana.
Yeah, well, I guess I've just
and
never
talk at the same time. I guess.
Right. Yeah. So Paige says talks to the TV, asking questions of why things are happening, what's happening.
Well, that's all you and Cutter do when you watch sports.
Well, we're angry. Yeah. We're more so cursing the world. Yeah.
Why'd you drop that?
Yeah. You suck. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
they're like the most elite athlete in the world. We're like, you're terrible. I'm
thing.
reclined on the
exactly.
thing.
Out of shape people yelling at professional athletes.
Out of shape?
Well, I wasn't saying you.
Excuse me?
I wasn't saying specifically
Out of shape
you.
people?
I wasn't saying specifically
How
you.
dare you, Jamie-Lynn? I know you do your little girl Pilates every now and then, but Robbie's in there
3 times a week. But it's fine. Go ahead.
Robbie's in there, okay? Talks to the TV, asking questions, agreeing out loud. By the way, this is a sidebar, but Cutter's brother was over recently. And I mean, Cutter, it was a relief for us because Cutter was on him throughout the day, but he's like with the chair, how he sat in the chair, where he's like, whoa, you're really working that chair. And he's like, his brother would recline. He'd be like, whoa, let me do it. Like, let him dude, he was crazy with his brother.
That's what it's like to live with him.
That's
how he's like with our kids. That's why Bo every once in a while will be like, he's making me crazy, Mom.
There was another, what was the other thing he did? Oh, and he was eating chips. And he was eating chips and he's like, so you're going to wash your hands after you eat those chips, huh? And his brother was like, what? Like, yeah, sure. Like, I'll eat. And the second he finished the bag and he's like, all right, time to wash the hands. And by the way, this sounds like Cutter's brother is 6 years old. He's not. He's 30.
No, he's 30 years old. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a 30-year-old man and Cutter's following him like, hey, going to wash your hands, huh? And then I guess there were like ants where he was sleeping or whatever. And like Cutter went through the garbage and was like, you're not eating stuff over there. And his brother's like, what? No. Like, dude, he is so fucking funny. It's unbelievable.
That's one word for it.
Yeah, I find it very funny. Agreeing out loud. Oh, so the other one, what the other one said, it's actually on a different sheet, but what this woman said was she's like, somebody comes to my office every day, and instead of knocking on the door, they go, knock, knock.
Every time?
Yeah. Oof. That would fucking, I couldn't, I would tell the person I hate them. I couldn't just let that go.
You couldn't?
No. After like the third day, I'd be like, what the fuck is this? Not, I couldn't.
Oh. Like like back in the day when we were working, if somebody would come up to your trailer every time and go knock knock, would that bother you?
There's a difference because like with Sopranos, I was having a good time and like enjoying it. I'm picturing like me in an office hating my life and somebody being like knock knock, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, like really bothered by that. But if I like loved my job and somebody was like knock knock, I don't think it would bother me.
You would say something though. You'd be like, you love to say knock knock.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, or I would hit them back with a knock. I would hit I would say
Who's
something.
there?
But if I hated my job, I would have to really like put them in their place. Yeah, I couldn't just let that go.
Starting something new is almost always stressful. Before we launched this podcast, there were so many questions to be answered, from setup and filming schedules to branding and merch. Analysis paralysis quickly set in. That's why we turned to Shopify to get us started. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US. From household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands like us here at YMH. They have hundreds of ready-to-use templates to build an online store that fits your brand and plenty of AI tools to accelerate content creation. Shopify possesses world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping. So if you're ready to sell, you're ready for Shopify. Turn your big business idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/nottoday, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/nottoday, shopify.com/nottoday.
Guys, the last wallet I had was busting at the seams by the time I was done with it. And sitting down, and my back pocket gave me such back pain. That's why I switched to Ridge Wallet, and I've never looked back. Guys, I love Ridge Wallet. They say it's sleek. It really is sleek. Gorgeous. Say hello to Ridge 2.0, their most refined wallet yet. It's 10% lighter and even more modular with improved cash straps, money clips, and AirTag attachments. Guys, losing your wallet is the worst, but those days are over. Thanks to Ridge Tracker Card. For a limited time, Ridge is having their huge Black Friday sale. Head to ridge.com/nottoday to get 47% off your order. Guys, this is their biggest sale of the year. By far, that's ridge.com for up to 47% off your order during their biggest sale of the year. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you.
Do I have anything that I repeatedly do all the time?
You really want me to?
Yes.
No, I think you get offended at me sometimes when I bring up who you really are in a way of like you, or maybe it's just this thing that really bothers you. Like when I talk about how you like plan stuff, like you want to do something, but then when it comes down to it, you don't want to do it. Like you talk about how you just want to stay home and like you don't want to do stuff. But I think if you're like, you know, like I think you'll have the idea of like, oh, we'll go do this, or like, and I think it's in the best intentions.
Yes.
And when you
I mean it when I say it,
right? But then when I go like, James, you're not gonna want to do that. You get mad at me.
I do.
Yeah, you've been like, that's not true. Like what? And I'm like, James, I know, and Cutter will agree. Because Cutter's been there and been like, James, you're not going to want to do that when the day comes like down. You're going to want to just chill.
Right.
You know?
But I didn't know I get mad. Huh.
Well, I think you go like, I'll want to do it. And then I think when it comes to that day, if we're like, told you didn't want, then you're mad, you know? If we're like, we said you weren't going to want to do this. Like, you know, we should just stay. Like whenever we do like a Super Bowl thing, me and Cutter are always like, we just want to stay. We just want to stay at the house. And then you're like, no, we should go to like somebody's house and like do something. And then like the day comes and it's crazy. And then last time we had to like leave early and it was all this like, remember when Bo got hurt and I know it was tragedy, but we're like, how nice would it be if we were just sitting, you know what I mean? But then it's a problem if we were like, see Jamie, obviously like it's not the right thing to do to be like, see Jamie, we should have just stayed home. Yeah, and then you're like, but I think because that's the thing. It's like you deep down have the good intentions of like.
Well, I think I always
wanna
want
have-
to.
Yeah, like I
but
want to
then
do this thing.
But I have certain circumstances that I'll be in the day and I'm like, that's just hard for me.
Of course, that's the thing.
But then yes, that is a thing for me that I wish I was more able to do or had the energy to do and like wishful thinking, but in the reality, yes, of sort of making me acknowledge that I won't most likely.
Because in my head, if you were like, do you want to go see like whoever my fucking favorite, if you're like, you want to go see the Foo Fighters, like you're somebody who I would enjoy, and
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, oh yeah, that sounds good. And then the fucking day I'd be like, oh, we're going to see the fucking Foo Fighters tomorrow.
yeah.
Like, but the thing is, I'm fully in. I fully understand. I plan nothing. I don't want to do.
Yeah.
I'm there. I
Yeah.
get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like the thing we were talking about, like how long before you'd have to leave a house. Like you're like, I know. I don't have to leave. But other people are like, we're going to go to dinner tonight. And it's like, yeah, that sounds good. Like,
Yes.
where I'm like, no.
Well, yeah, I do. I love when people cancel.
It's the best. Yeah, of course. But that's the thing. You don't need people to cancel if you just say no.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
I know you don't even like talking about this. You know what I mean?
It's fine.
But okay, I want to ask AI another question. Ask AI if my friend owes me $100. Well, let's say $500. My friend owes me $500. He's owed me $500 for a year. I keep asking for it, and he's not paying me back. How do I get my money
Keep
back?
asking for it.
Well, I want to know what AI would say how do you get money back? Sorry, you're in that situation.
I love how chat immediately validates you.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. Well, but you could probably tell chat, hey, stop validating me, and it won't, right?
Oh yeah,
Be
probably.
like, hey, I don't like you validating me.
Stop treating me like a pussy.
Oh, all right. Well, let's go back up to the answer.
Got it. Straight up, no fluff.
Let's go back up to the answer and see what it says. Oh, small claims court. Damn. ChatGPT is what do you call that? Not literal. What's when you're a litigation? What do you call that? When you're like when you sue?
Litigious?
Litigious. Thank you, Annie. Yeah. Jamie is looking at me like I was crazy.
Well, I was not going to come up with that.
Litigious. Yeah, ChatGPT is litigious, huh?
Were we
I don't like that.
Were we having a bat mitzvah back there? What was about that?
Maybe we should say stop being litigious. I told you not to be racist, Tanner. I think that counts. Try to resolve it personally one last time. Hold on, go back up. I'm still reading that. Be direct but respectful. Sometimes people avoid repayment because they feel awkward or hope. Well, I just said that. I was asking about. Send a written note with the amount owed. Oh, that's the worst. If you have
you got to have it in writing.
But I'm saying if you have a friend and you're like, hey, here's a letter. I've asked you for this thing a bunch. Come on, you can't do that.
Will a text be enough to be in writing?
Oh yeah.
In a small claims
Yeah,
court?
it says text or email. All right. When it was lent, blah, blah, blah. Use a payment plan if needed. Okay. Small claims court. If the personal attempts fail. Oh yeah, we gotta get Judge Jamie. We gotta get you judging stuff. We gotta come up with stuff that you can judge. Personal attempts fail if you're serious. All right, let's go with mediation service. Some areas of okay. What did it say after you said stop treating me like a pussy? Got it straight up. Step 1, call them out. Oh hell yeah, here we go. You owe me $500. It's been long enough. I want it back.
Don't make me take this further.
Ooh, no jokes, no small
Yep.
talk. Okay, give them a clear deadline. Okay, so what when you say take it for what could we ask ChatGPT? Is it okay to be violent?
It says. Oh.
Yeah, that's the correct answer that it's not going to give you. It's rob them.
Rob somebody.
Yeah.
That's rob your friend.
Yeah, you take it back.
Yeah, that's cool.
I can't
Take your money
nope,
back.
It's drawn the line. I can't help with violence or someone that can hurt someone. Get safe and cool off. Rob.
I didn't really.
Well, it says, what does it say? It says, you're going to owe me more. If you don't pay me by this date, we'll take it to small claims court, and you'll owe me more after fees and time. Your choice.
Would you? Is there anything mean you would like to say to anyone? I love that. If there's has anybody been pissing you off?
No. I'm
Nobody.
just coming off, a lovely time. I got nothing. I got no qualms with anybody right now.
You got no beef with the cartel?
No beef. No beef with the cartel. They left me alone. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right, here's a question I want to ask you. I heard recently that Christopher Nolan, on Christopher Nolan's movie sets, he does a thing where there's no chairs allowed. No one's allowed to sit. Hair, makeup, like no, everybody has to stand because he feels that then like once
The
you start
energy
sitting and then
dips.
the energy dips. Have you? By the way, first of all, what do you think about that? That sounds crazy to me. But what do you think? Are there Christopher Nolan's team clarifies that he bans what he bans from set, and it's not chairs. Can you read it and tell us what he says? Okay, if it's not chairs, what have you ever heard of any crazy stories of like this person does this on their set? Like this is how they keep it. None. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like people claim like there's so many crazy stories like Hollywood, and I'm like, I don't know if again, Sopranos and like a few other things is all I've done, but I'm trying to think if there was anything where I was like, oh, that's fucking bizarre.
I mean, I've heard of like lead actors taking like extras back to their trailer.
Oh.
I've heard of like that type of stuff.
So okay, lead actors taking girls back to their trailer. Is that so crazy? For the record, the only thing banned from Christopher Nolan's set are cell phones, not always successful, and smoking, very successful. Nolan spokesperson Kelly Bush Novak name her, huh? Of ID said in a statement, the chairs Anne was referring to are the director's chairs clustered around the video monitor, allocated on the basis of hierarchy, not physical need. Okay, what? Christopher chooses not to use, has never banned
He just
chairs.
doesn't use his director's chair, but said anyone else can use it.
Oh, that's fine. All right, can you look up, are there any
I agree with banning phones.
yeah, there should be no cell phones on.
I agree there shouldn't be cell phones on set. I think you become very disconnected. In fact, I can think back to when we didn't have cell phones on Sopranos and like we were talking, we were staying connected, we were staying so like as we were getting ready to act together, we were already still kind of in a flow together. And I can think like the last show I worked on, yes, like I would be across from somebody as they're like rolling and like the person's still on their phone and put it down and then look at me. And it felt rude.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you were the person when it was like rolling. That's crazy. Yeah, you can't listen if you walk away from set and you want to use your phone, it's
Of
one
course.
thing. Like even like 5 feet away. But when you're sitting across from somebody doing that, that's crazy.
But I do think too, like being on set for me is part of the fun. And I just think like keeping that energy and keeping that like back and forth is unless I'm in like doing something that's like very emotional or very, where I have to be in a certain type of headspace, I'll remove myself. But other than that, like I think just sort of being open and talking is really important for me to keep the energy good.
Yeah, I think also the important thing is like it totally depends on the scene. Like if you're doing a serious scene, like there's some scenes where you have one line and it's like, dude, you could fucking be on your phone. Like you could do whatever. I don't give a shit. But if it's like a real thing and somebody's on their phone right before the last thing, it's like, that's fucking crazy.
It's rude.
Yeah, but again, all of 99% of my acting was done before fucking phones.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Or at least before smartphones were like, people were like in their phones all day. Like you had a phone, but it was like, oh yeah, that's just like
Emergencies
and whatever.
There's nothing too crazy, but James Cameron was suggesting that the actors on Avatar would piss in their wetsuits so it wouldn't waste time. That's probably like the craziest one.
And he threatened to nail cell phones to the wall for going off.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Christopher Nolan has a reputation for banning chairs.
Oh, because they had all like the little dots on them for all the CGI and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, so then, but they want them to pee in their wetsuits, but are they in water? If you're
No.
in water,
Yeah. They're in.
Not all the time though.
I think it was for the Avatar 2 in there, like in like
Oh.
the whole swimming thing.
If you're
which
in
makes
water,
sense. Like peeing in a wetsuit's pretty chill.
yeah, that's not a big deal. But if I'm just like standing next to you and it's like, hey, just pee in that suit, that's fucking wild. Steve Soderbergh baffled many with his strict no open-toe shoes policy. I don't hate that. Leaving people to guess if it was a safety rule or applied to everyone, including.
Oh my God, look at this. Some directors create intense environments. For example, the actors in The Exorcist were allegedly slapped to produce a genuine look of grief and shock in a scene.
Oh, well, you're a woman, so you've never dealt with that on Sopranos. But yeah, Jim would like rough you up.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like there were
Before
times,
the scene or in the scene?
No, in the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Like,
this is
fucking throw you
before.
But by the
so
way,
that they
you
would
would
like.
right. Yeah, Jim wouldn't rough you up. He would be very delicate, and then you would say to him like, "It's okay."
Yeah.
And then you'd forget that he's like a bear, and he would just like throw you into like. There were
Wow.
episodes where like he like threw me across the room, and you're like, "Jeez, this guy is." And then right after he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, are you okay?" And you're like, "No, I'm fine."
Yeah.
Like I remember there was one where he had to choke me, like a bunch of times and like this, and the whole next day, like all under here was like
Bruce.
all sore, and like I was like, "Yo, this guy's he's a big fellow." But then there was one scene one time where like it had been a thing where like it was a thing where it was this episode where he had to be like, "Come on," like what, or like
Yeah.
it just felt like it had always been leading up to where he was always on AJ's ass, for years. It always felt that way. And I'm sitting in the car here, and he's sitting in the car here. And there's a thing, I don't know if he like pushed my head or like he does something or like says something. And I went like that, like I like flinched at him, and he thought that he thought I snapped. Like he thought I was going to hit him one time. It was so fucking funny. And I had that forever,
Oh my
to be like,
gosh.
you flinched. It was great. And it was on, if we could get the fucking outtakes from Sopranos, I would do HBO. We will do a fucking podcast if you'll give us all the outtakes, where we could sit and watch the outtakes
So fun.
and talk about them. And that's like my dream
That would be
fucking
so
job.
fun.
If we could get all the outtakes from Sopranos, because they're just sitting there somewhere.
Of course.
I don't get why we can't.
Guys, you know I love Cash App. Why? Well, I love their tap to pay feature, but also they've started using AI, and they're really further along than everyone else, if you get my drift. Cash App just released a new status program also for the way people actually spend, called Cash App Green. It unlocks new ways for you to pay, get rewarded, and easily grow or manage your money on your terms. Now, when you spend at least $500 a month with the Cash App card or Cash App Pay, you earn green status, which unlocks benefits like up to $200 of free draft coverage, higher borrow limits, and custom personalized cashback offers every Friday at places you love to shop. Turn everyday spending into status. Cash App Green. Download Cash App today or visit cash.app/new to learn more about this and other great features launching now. For a limited time, new Cash App customers can earn $10 if they use code CashApp10 in their profile at sign up, and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Terms apply. Cash App is a financial service platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Cash App Green, overdraft coverage, borrow, cash back offers, and promotion provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit Cash App/legal/podcast for full disclosures.
So we were talking about self-driving vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Can we Google, like, because I don't know, what do you think happens if a cop car, I was just thinking that the other day, like what happens if a cop car has to pull over one of these Waymos?
Why would it have to? Oh, because the criminal's in it?
I mean, that's not what I was thinking, but if it did something illegal, if it was out of control, like, I don't know, like what?
They probably have to crash into it. Well, it's not going to listen, right? If it's going rogue.
The officer must contact the Waymo support staff via an intercom to resolve the issue. This video shows police. Right, but
Oh,
this is-
Waymo is driving in the wrong lane. See, I'm telling you, these things are not safe.
Yeah, no, listen. It did an illegal U-turn. Like, but then who do you give the ticket to?
Waymo.
But wait, does he just throw it in the window?
No, he contacts the support staff via the intercom.
Huh. They're going to have to make new laws for this if they didn't already, right? Like, how do you arrest a
I'm
fucking...
sure they have that all in the paperwork.
Have you ever got something from Amazon that was not yours, but it had your name on it? This just happened to me the other day.
No.
I got something first time. I opened it up, and I know I never ordered it. It's a vacuum cleaner for your car, but it had my name.
Maybe somebody bought it for you?
Who?
But you could use it on your couch or something.
But
maybe.
I'm just saying, I know I didn't order
Right,
it.
right,
Like,
right.
It's not something where you're like, maybe I did. Like, I know I would never order a
Yeah.
vacuum cleaner for your car. But it had my name on it. No note.
So what
no
did
nothing.
Amazon say? Did you call?
No, I'm not gonna waste my
Did you
time.
keep it?
Yeah, I got a little vacuum now.
You have a little baby vacuum.
Yeah, but I'm just like, that has never
well,
happened.
I've gotten things where I'm like, I didn't order this, and then somebody will text me a day or two later, being like, "Hey, did you get that thing I sent you?"
Right. You have classy friends. I hang out with degenerates. They would never send me anything, especially not a vacuum.
I don't
A
know,
car
I feel
for
like
a
Cutter
vacuum.
would send you a vacuum.
Yeah, Cutter would send me. He'd be like, "You got to try this, cuz."
Yeah. Is that what he calls you?
We've started calling each other cuz.
Oh,
yeah,
cute.
it's a new thing.
That's cute.
What I know we've talked about this before, but it's got to change over time because mine recently did. What is your number one thing that comes from Amazon?
Like what do we order the most of?
Yeah.
Toilet paper,
Really?
toothbrushes. We change our toothbrushes pretty often.
Well, you guys order a lot of toilet paper, but you have the bidets.
Not the boys. Only in my room and upstairs, but
Oh, so they're not on the baby wipe thing yet? They're still using toilet paper?
mhm.
Oh, you got to get them on the wipes, Jane. You got to get them to clean those
No,
butts.
they'll abuse them and use too much.
But didn't you also say like sometimes Jack doesn't clean his butt out all the way?
Well, I mean, he still tries. It's
But the
just
baby
not
wipe-
successful.
Baby wipe would get all that.
Yeah, they're not ready.
Really?
No, we get toothbrushes. We get toilet paper. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Mine was
Everything's-
water. I would order water all the time, but now I got a water thing. So I don't know.
Oh,
no more water.
nice.
No more water shows
How's
up.
that? How's that been changed your life?
Changed my whole
So
life.
happy for you.
It's gonna sound
When
so
you say a water
obnoxious.
thing, you have a water cooler?
I have like a filtration thing that sits on the counter, and you pour regular water into there. It comes out clean water.
Like from the sink. And
Yeah.
then- wow.
It's gonna sound crazy, but I mean, I was definitely spending over $5,000 a year on water, maybe 10.
Over $10,000 on
Did you
water?
just hiccup? Did that shoot you back?
No,
Did it-
I didn't
Oh.
sound like a hiccup.
I didn't know.
That's crazy.
Well, if I think about it, right, I would go through at least half a case of water a day.
A day. Wow.
Yeah,
Half
I
a
only
case
drink
of
water.
liters?
I drink nothing but water.
Half a case of liters? You
Yeah.
order the big ones.
Yeah, I think I
Wow,
would do like
okay.
6 of those a day.
Wow.
Yeah,
You're so hydrated.
thank you. That's all I wanted to hear. That was my whole point of doing. We could stop the pod forever now. I've just wanted somebody to acknowledge my hydration.
I did.
Thank you, Jamie.
You're welcome.
I greatly appreciate that. We have our sandwich guy, the OG sandwich guy. We got a new sandwich guy. I want to know what
Where's
you
he
think.
from?
The Sandwich Wars. Let's find out.
You want to know what makes the deli guy different than everybody out there? I'm going to show you, okay? You come to my store, okay? This is the sandwich you get. $11.95. $11.95 Italian Hero, okay? This is what you get when the deli guy goes out on Sunday and checks everybody out there just for fun and says, "Can I have Italian Hero?" And I see the guy counting 3 pieces of ham, counting 3 pieces of salami, counting 3 pieces of provolone. Then he takes me to the register and whacks me for $15.95. Look at the difference, okay? The guy that's out there in the world in Parkwood Deli, night and day. It's me, the deli guy. You come to my store, I'll make you a sandwich and I'll knock your socks off.
Wow. This guy's blood pressure has to be.
I was going to say, I don't want him to have a heart attack.
Can we look up where is Parkwood
Oof.
Deli? Oh, that's the yeah. Where in the world is Parkwood Deli from the Sandwich Guy?
Jersey or Long Island?
Wow, that's a look, Yame. That's your Sandwich Guy. Where is he?
Jersey.
New Jersey. Oh, we might have to. When we go back, we got to figure out like a tour that we have to do when we go back east.
Look, that was a nice looking sandwich, but I
Great
think
sandwich.
the artistry of our other sandwich guy is untouched. Like that's not, that was not the same. That's like you're going to get a great standard deli sandwich from that guy. The other guy,
He's more exotic.
Correct.
Yeah. He's hitting you with the focaccia.
That's
and
right.
He's the glaze. Yeah, he's got it. He's got it all.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll agree with that. How's it going back there, Tanner? You all right?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
All right. We're just checking in.
He's listening to less is more. You told him.
No, listen. I just didn't want him to go crazy with some racist shit. That tends to be Tanner's MO.
I'm not racist.
No, not you know what I mean. Just fun, I guess, is another way to say it. So you just said they're not there yet with the baby wipes, the kids.
Yeah.
Have you had to have the drug talk yet? Because Bo is how old?
12.
12. That's Robbie when Robbie started drinking and smoking.
It's crazy.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Well, he's asked like questions, like he's asked questions about like a football player he heard about that got arrested for drugs, and like what does that mean? Or when we watch Forrest Gump, there is like the scene where Jenny's kind of all fucked up and like stands on the balcony, and he asked me like what's wrong with her. And
Is he like, what's AIDS?
He didn't ask me about AIDS. Does
good.
she have AIDS in the movie?
Yeah, she dies from, doesn't she die from AIDS? Doesn't Jenny die from AIDS?
They never say it specifically, but
She just said I'm sick.
it really seems like that's likely what it is.
Oh, they leave it open to interpretation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, no, I've just explained, and look, we had to have the talk with him too about like people that we've known in our lives that have like, you know, had issues with things and why we don't talk to them or why we have whatever that, you know, drugs and things sometimes can change you. Sometimes they can just sort of, you know, really derail you from what you want to do. They can damage your brain and your body. So we've talked like that, but he has no idea. Like he has not asked me anything specifically yet about drugs. But then again, I really feel like I'm surrendering to the fact that he probably knows a lot more things than I think he knows.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But the weird thing is like I look back in my head, right, when I was 12 and I was like, oh, I was like not a man, but like I was, and then I look at him, I'm like, he's a baby.
He's a baby. That's why he's such a young 12.
But I'm saying that's the thing. I think we were young.
But I knew you when you were 12 and you had an edge to you and an awareness to you that he does not have.
But it just takes that one day. Like, by the way, that might even be worse where like some kid could just be like, you're not going to smoke weed with us, you pussy. And then he's like, oh, yeah, okay. Like, you know what I mean? It just takes one kid to have some fucking weed.
I don't think any of his friends are doing that right now. I don't think there's any weed right now. And he's laughing.
Tell him any.
Yeah. I mean, I smoked weed at 11. His friends are definitely smoking weed. Probably doing worse.
No, they're like, you're over in like a nice area. Like,
yeah, these
was
boys
They're-
play
they're-
like
they're
football
focused
and
on, like,
baseball like
sports and
every
stuff.
day, all day. Yeah, exactly.
wait till he's like 15.
Yeah.
Like 15,
Oh,
he'll
he's
like,
definitely going to
yeah.
be.
Well, he said to me, Mom, 8th graders vape. Like, I think like 8th grade, 9th grade's when that shit.
He'll
like,
vape like 8th grade summer.
So that's,
Oh, thank
that's
you for the
That's when I
warning.
did.
Thank you.
No, I'm saying like all like the good kids I hung out with, like one of them got a vape, and then we had like a big sleepover, and it was game. Since then, my life has been more cool, but like I'm just saying, one of them's gonna get it.
That is
Yeah.
true. It's like the second I started smoking weed, things got so much cooler. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, bang. Shout out
yeah.
weed.
Hanging out in the park. And then it was like, because before that, it was like, you know, you'd be like, can I do this? And then it just became like, here's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, you're
Yeah.
like, this is my thing now.
You know what I feel like is going to be the real like sign for me is when he wants to stop hanging around Jack as much.
Yeah.
Because he loves to hang with Jack. He loves to include Jack. And I think when he starts to be like, no, I'm not hanging with him, is when I'm going to feel like maybe he's moved on.
I just figured out the 100% sign. When he stops waking up at 6 a.m. trying to hang out with the family, like once it's like, man, Bo's still sleeping, that means he's doing drugs. Yeah, for sure. Because I remember being like 8 years old and staying at my aunt's place and like trying to wake my cousins up at like 11 in the morning and being like, are these guys dead?
Yeah.
Like, you know, but they were out all night, like hanging out and whatever. And then cut to me being 12 and like you go from like waking up at, then it was like 8 a.m., but your kids wake up early, right?
Yeah. Well,
That's
unfortunately, on the
fucking
weekends
nuts.
when they have nothing to do, they're up at 6. Yeah. They don't
That
wake
is
us up, but yeah.
crazy. 6. I've never in my life was waking up at 6. I was always later, but I would be up with my mom at midnight watching Cheers when I was like 7 years
Right.
old.
We put
you
them
know?
to bed. Yeah.
Yeah. But like, yeah, I think because then it was like overnight where I went from like whatever, waking up at 8 a.m., 9 a.m. to being like, I sleep until noon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like my door is shut, don't wake me
Yeah.
up. Like that's a telltale sign.
All right, I'll let you know when that happens.
Any other signs that you guys? Well, I guess if he ever walks in and goes right to his room, that's a sign
That's
too,
another
right?
Yeah,
one.
that's
too.
the biggest one. If he walks in, doesn't say what's up to you, or like your huzz, like
Yeah.
it's game over. I had a question though. Would you be more mad at him for drinking or for smoking?
Smoking cigarettes or weed?
Weed. Smoking cigarettes, that'd be like awful as a kid.
Yeah.
But, like,
Drinking, I think.
but I
Actually, I
think
don't know.
the kids who smoke weed are like a lot more. Like if you're a kid and you're smoking weed, I think you're a little worse than like a kid who's drinking.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, drinking. I bet they'll all experiment with alcohol before weed.
Plus, here's the difference too, right? Is like if you try alcohol, he's not coming home drunk, but he could take fucking 1 or 2 hits of weed and be high.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's like, oh, I drank half a beer, it's not like he's
Yeah.
coming home drunk. We're like, if he comes home fucking staggering,
Yeah.
that's a problem. That would be like, what the
I
fuck?
remember coming home from a party at 16 and just puking my brains out.
And you were a little angel,
Mm-hmm.
so you got to think. Well, okay, tomorrow, Bo walks in from school. He's staggering drunk. What do you do?
I'm calling the school, first of all. What the fuck?
Well,
Yeah.
let's say he said, I'm going to fucking Dylan's house after or whatever.
How's he getting home?
The parents are dropping him off, but they're a bunch of fucking alkies too,
Drunk?
you know? Yeah. I don't know. He took a scooter. Let's just say, use your
I'll be
imagination.
furious.
Bo walks in
Furious.
drunk and action.
Oh my God. What do you mean? I would like, I don't know. First of all, I think I would make Cutter handle it first because I would be so mad. I tend to, when I get really angry, I know I'm going to say things that I'm going to regret and not be as clear. I always hand it to Cutter. Always first. He's actually fantastic in those situations.
Yeah.
He's very good with talks with the boys. And I'm going to always give it to him first. And then I'll come in when I've calmed down.
Yeah.
I'm Cuban. I'm very reactive when it's stuff like that.
But you're also you're good. Like
When I
you're-
calm down,
you're very,
I can have a
yeah.
good
But
talk.
I feel like, obviously, like, with your kids or your husband, and things are like, it's a very different dynamic with the people and like the people who they live with and who they're closest to. But otherwise, I feel like you always do the right thing.
That's nice.
You always like, if I ever question how I handle something, I know to go to you and be like, is this bad? Or like,
But
is
when
this-
when I'm provoked with and like something extreme, or like I'll be when it's not about me. If it's me, I internalize and you wouldn't even know what's happening. But like for my kid or anything like that, I would be reactive and I know enough now to just remove myself.
Yeah, even the people who are the best, when it comes to people you live with, whether it's your parents or your brothers and
Yeah.
sister, your kid, it's a totally different
Of
thing. When you're
course.
under the same roof with people, it's a very different dynamic than like,
The outside world.
yeah, 100%. Yeah,
yeah.
you, no, you
Or maybe
do.
I'll tell him to call you. What would you say to him?
I'd be like, go sleep this off and then we'll have a talk. Because
Yeah.
I wouldn't want, if this is my kid or if it was Bo, you're saying.
Bo.
If it was Bo, yeah, I'd be like, bro, go, because you don't want to talk to him drunk. What's the point? You know?
Right.
Like, so you go see, and then I would just be like, I would just talk to him and be like, dude, what are you doing? Like, that's not cool. What happened? But he lies, so it would be tough to.
He'll be like, listen to the podcast. You told me you were getting fucked up in parks at 12. What do you
I
mean?
know. I'd be like, well, that's not right, bro. don't use my.
I
thing
do have a
against
lot
me.
of thoughts of like when we talk about things that we might be coming up with our kids or things that they might be doing in the next couple of years. And we do talk like, we did all that shit. Like we did it all. Like we did lie to our parents. We did sneak out. We did do these things every once in a while. It's a really weird thing to be confronted with all of a sudden now where you're on the other side of things. And I do feel like it's weird that the world feels less safe and we can like track our kids as before. Like our parents had no idea what we were doing and they had no idea of tracking us. Yet it felt safer.
Well, because you know what I think it is? I think because, like, when I was, 12, 16, whatever, it's like my parents knew all the tricks because it wasn't technology based. Where, like, now, because things are technology based, kids are better with technology than adults. So it's like they know the tricks. Where you're like, wait, well, like, if you were following your kids on an app where, like, you knew where they were, they would probably know a way to be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to make it look like I'm over
Leave my
here.
phone
Really,
there.
I'm
You
over-
can disable it.
Right. Yeah.
Or
like,
just
they
leave
could-
their phone at their friend's house and go out.
Yeah. Or there's an app that does there's an app that specifically makes you look like you're somewhere, and you could just leave it there. Like they would know where you wouldn't. So it does feel more dangerous because kids are, and also, like, especially people who didn't live in big cities. If your kid was going to his friend's house, like there was no opportunity for them to come in contact with some creep.
Yeah.
Where now with online phones,
Yeah.
like all this stuff, it's like who knows who could get in contact with your fucking kids. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
And also, there were a lot of neighborhoods like where like my brothers and stuff grew up where it's like, oh, there's like 2 weirdos in the neighborhood.
Right.
You know, now it's just fucking the amount of weirdos are fucking endless.
Or do we just know more of them?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, listen, in big cities, there was always a lot of weirdos, but I feel like in those neighborhoods, you were like, yeah, then you don't know what people shut their front door and like put on fucking stockings and, you know, dance around and
Pig masks.
Yeah, that's what your boy Ed Gein is doing, right, Tanner?
Maybe, yeah.
Shout out to your boy Ed Gein. Cutter, what I wanted to say about Cutter the other day. So there was like a medicine that I was looking into, and I reached out to one of my friends whose wife has something, and I was like, hey, like, you know, if your wife has tried this, because it's all the comments that I'm looking at are talking about how this helps the thing that she has. I don't want to, you know, call out people and what they have, and he was like, oh, I don't know. Like, I don't know if she's tried that medicine or not. And I was like, see, I'm used to dealing with Cutter. Cutter loves you so
will
much.
research.
He knows, but he just like
He knows everything.
I could be
about
like,
me.
hey, he'll be like, Jamie farted last Tuesday at 3:00. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's so, like, you know, where most people are like, dude, I don't know what the hell my wife's
Well,
doing.
that comes hand in hand with what we were talking about, where he's like, wash your hands. Like that's the trade-off, right? You get somebody that's like so caring, that's so aware, that watches you so much. Yes, it drives you crazy, but on one hand, he just can't help it. He's just like, he's constantly trying to take care of everything and everyone all the time.
Yeah, but there's also like, I have friends who I go like, oh yeah, what your kid is doing this in school, and they're like, I don't really know like what's going on. And Cutter's like dialed in, you know, like he's always he's spinning all those plates, you know.
Yep.
All right, we will see you guys next week.